All right, so this here is the model 1887. This is a Chiappa 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch for the shells. It is a lever action. It does not have the shoulder stock like a lot of the other Chiappa models. This is called the T model. As you can see, like right there, it's supposed to say T model, but it's got some shit all over it because supposedly this is the shotgun that Terminator used in the movie Terminator 2. This is also really popular in those Call to Duty games. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and shoot some rounds, see how this thing does, and hopefully it'll do well because this thing costs a shitload of money for what it is. All right, so we're gonna be shooting some number 8 birdshot out of this at about a distance of 20 yards. So we're gonna see what kind of spread pattern we got. We're gonna see its kind of function and whether or not this thing will even cycle. So here we go. It's pretty rough on the cycling action. You really have to manhandle it. All right, so we'll go ahead and take a look and see what kind of spread it had. We went ahead and took the shots there, and as you can see from the target, you know, the bird shot covered pretty much the entire length of the box. I mean, it is pretty concentrated in the center, but most of it really it just went all over the place. You know, I mean, it took out the cup on top of the box as well as just throughout the entire center. So it's got a pretty wide spread, which is pretty expected. It is a smooth bore. You know, and trying to aim this thing ain't the best either. It's got a trench rear sight and just a bead for the front. You know, 18.5-inch barrel, so you're gonna get what you want. But about 20 yards or so, it's pretty effective. So to load it, you just put the shell in, you just push it all the way down, you push it forward. Sometimes this lever doesn't really want to go in, but you just take it, push it down, put it forward. It helps if you load it at a slightly downward angle. It seems like the lever works better. Yeah, see, now it's going in just fine. Just push them all in. It holds 5, but I'm just going to put those 4 in. And then you just close it. Now you got to pull the trigger in order to fucking rack it again. See, there you go. We got one in, and now it's ready, good to go. We're about to switch some targets here. We're going to do some buckshot, some double buck, and then we're also going to do a couple of slugs. See how those go. It's not a rifled barrel, but we'll give it a shot anyway. I wanted to go ahead and say that we've been having some problems with the racking, with the lever action mechanism. It doesn't seem to, one, you can't even get it to rack. It's just jammed up, and when you do, I mean, we'll show you some video, but you really have to just grab it and rip the damn thing apart. What we have is we've got a couple of shells that I've been looking at, and there seems to be a problem with expansion on the rear of the shell. We'll see if we can get some close-ups later, but part of the rim of the shell is actually expanded beyond what it should, and the extractor has no way of being able to grasp it. So we're not sure if that's maybe just faulty shells or a design flaw, but it's looking more like a design flaw at this point. Here's what the accuracy is looking like. We've got a pretty somewhat consistent spread pattern with the buckshot. A lot of it seems to be going up in this corner. You know, I was aiming for the circle, you know, for the yellow, for the bullseye there. We got some pellets that it kind of went down here. That's probably just operator error, honestly. I mean, I was trying to shoot it pretty fast and just trying to get it done. As you can see, the slugs are kind of in the same pattern. I would obviously not use this for hunting. You know, it doesn't really seem to be accurate enough for that. However, for home defense, you know, this kind of pattern is acceptable. I mean, this box is no wider than a small person. So, I mean, obviously shooting this, you're going to do some serious damage. The quote-unquote Winchester model 1887, made by Chiappa, the T model. Really fucking cool gun. I really wish it would work, because this gun's fucking awesome. It's not too heavy. It's got a good feel in your hands. It's great. It'd be a great shotgun for self-defense, for clearing your house, and you know, it would be a great truck gun. You know, unfortunately, this fucking piece of shit just doesn't work. It does not rack when you need it to rack, If it does rack, it may not even extract the shell. The shells are overexpanding in the chamber. You know, unfortunately, this is a firearm that fails on just multiple levels. You know, unfortunately, I wish I could give this a good review. I really like it, but for the amount of money that you're spending on this, honestly, you could go get a pump action shotgun that is going to work, chop off the stock, pay the $250 tax stamp with ATF, cut the barrel down to whatever length you wanted, and you would have, like, just do it on a Mossberg. You'd have a $750 investment, maybe $1,000 with the gunsmithing work on a shotgun that's this size and actually fucking does something. So unfortunately, we put about 5 different types of ammo in it. The only ammo it really liked well was the Ranger slugs, and that's not really doing much. The buckshot was a little better. The bird shot just didn't fucking work at all. It was inconsistent and does not extract. Does not even use the lever correctly. Honestly, this thing would make a better bat than it does a gun.